Welcome back, everybody, to the Luke Beasley Show. It is so great to be back with you. I want to start off today by saying I'm so sorry that I've been gone, and the reason why I was forced to be absent over the last week is so aggravating. But number one, happy to be back. Let me explain what happened, where I was, to those of you who watch on a regular basis and were confused. If you didn't see, for example, podcast listeners probably didn't see my various announcements about the reason why I disappeared. So here it is. I got a channel strike, a YouTube channel strike from YouTube that forces me to not be able to upload on YouTube, our primary platform, for a week. And so we weren't able to do the show for that reason. It had nothing to do with anything I said, any content I produced, or anything like that. It had to do with kind of a technical process I have that made YouTube think I was uploading something that I wasn't. I did upload, but let me explain. So as I'm going throughout the show, you kind of have to understand this to get what happened. I have a monitor in front of me, out of frame, of course, with a bunch of tabs open, all the different stories we're going to talk about. So then as I'm going through the show, I'm Xing out of tabs that we've used, whatever it might be, an article or a video I'm going to show you guys on Twitter or YouTube. And so it's really nice because it's all in front of me, and as I go through the show, I kind of X out of those tabs until there's no more left and the show's over and we're all good to go. And so because of that, if I have a video that for whatever reason I've saved to my computer, so it's on my actual computer, I prefer to upload it as an unlisted YouTube video so then it's within my tabs, if that makes sense. So there's just one of the tabs I go through, I play the video, and it stays in a nice order in my brain rather than having to go to a separate part of my computer, go to my files, open a video and play it for you. Instead, I take a video, upload it on YouTube as an unlisted video so that only I have access to it unless I were to share the link around, and then I play that video for you. So I did that with a QAnon lady who was screaming about all these different things, and I was going to, and for our full show viewers, you remember this because it got sent out, cover that video of a QAnon person talking, of course, explain why what she was saying was incorrect, debunk it, all that type of stuff. But YouTube, because I just uploaded that video for technical purposes so that I could use it later, thought I was uploading QAnon content and gave my channel a strike, which is brutal. And people were asking, are you appealing? I appealed. I contacted their help account on Twitter and their help people through the YouTube studio aspect, all these different things, and they denied every single one, which is absolutely upsetting. But we're back, we've gotten through the week, and a few things to say that kind of came out of this. Number one, again, I'm sorry to those, some of you may not have even noticed, but to those who watch on a very regular basis and somewhat depend on the stories and content, I apologize that was not there. Again, I did violate the guidelines by doing this because I didn't realize that would violate them. Because again, it's not anything I was saying or any message I was trying to spread, but it feels a little bit wrongful that it did prevent me from doing the show for a week. But also, it made me so grateful for all of you who watch the show, because your support, whether it's actually going and being a member at patreon.com/LukeBeasley and that form of support, or even just watching it because you enjoy the show, is the reason I get to do this every day, except for when YouTube gives me a strike. And it's such a blast. We have so much fun. And I genuinely love it so much. And that's because you watch. And so not being able to do it for a week really brought that into focus so intensely. I already knew how much I loved it, but the fact that I couldn't do it for a week made that even more clear. And then I didn't realize how much it's become a necessary part of my routine, of my life, to respond to an audience, to things that are happening in the news. And not being able to do that, all the speakership stuff that was happening that I'll get into in a second, and all these different events, just not having the voice anymore, or the audience to listen to the voice, to respond, was such a strange stray away from my normal routine and normal schedule, which was brutal. So with all that being said, again, apologies that I was gone for the last week. Annoyed I couldn't cover all the wild ups and downs of the speakership drama, but we'll get to recap it all today throughout the show. And again, people were wondering, wait, what did you say that got your channel a strike? It was nothing I said. It was, I wanted to have a tab open on my computer instead of playing from media player, just a technical thing. And so YouTube thought I was uploading the QAnon content instead of reporting on the QAnon content, which is unfortunate. Definitely won't do that again. And no need for any advice on how I can prevent that. Different ways to play videos that aren't off of media player. I got it. That was how I did it. Won't do it that way anymore. And am so happy to be back. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before any of the clips are uploaded to YouTube, plus get a full extra show every single Saturday, you can do so by going to patreon.com/Luke Beasley. That's patreon.com/Luke Beasley, and there's a link in the description.